Get the fuck out of here! Let's go! Oh, let's fucking go! Let's fucking go, boy! Pete! Oh, he missed it! He fucking missed it! Let's go, Dave!
Oh my God!
Oh, so close!
What the fuck, bro?
Look at the kick, dude! Look at it! It's in! It's in! It's in! It's in! It's in!
Look at Gordy! Yes, Gordy's underneath it going like that. Gordy!
Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Oh, wide left! Wide left!
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in to a victorious Don Juan. Welcome into a victorious Don Juan Cigar
Let's fucking go! The Cox! Fuck 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 the Cox! Yeah!
Oh, shit. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome in to a victorious Don Juan Cigar Bar. It is Whiskey and Wine. We're presented by Got-Lit Light Installers, GotLitLights.com, and Home Field Apparel.
Shout out Got-Lit and Home Field.
The LSU.
If there's one thing I know in this life, it's beating fucking cocks. I've been doing it since I was 11 years old. 11? And I ain't stopping 11? At 35. Let's fucking go.
11? Really, 11?
I'm a fucking master. I got my 10,000 hours. Let's fucking go. Beat the Cox! Beat the Cox! Beat the Cox!
11.
Beat the Cox! Beat the Cox! Beat the Cox! Yeah!
My guy just said he's been jerking off since he was 11.
Since UNC basketball camp. They told me to shake it. It didn't make sense, but I figured it out. Kind of like LSU. It didn't make sense, but they figured it out.
Oh, man. I mean, what in the world just happened?
Go, dude.
Okay.
What just happened was college football. This is why we play. I'm alive.
All right.
I feel good.
Tell me that wasn't a fucking carbon copy of the Missouri game of a year ago.
Very Mizzou-like.
I mean, are you going Trump again?
No, my bad.
Very Mizzou.
Very Mizzou.
I mean, you played like teetotal dog shit.
I need to get these cut real quick. Keep talking.
On the road. Hey, yeah, Chuck. Hey, Chuck.
Keep talking. I got it.
You played like teetotal dog shit. We'll go through this whole game.
You played like dog shit.
And there was a lot.
Got hurt. They gave you multiple red zone possessions that you fucked up. Like
everything.
You really had no business.
Turnovers,
this game.
Blocked punt, which ended up in a touchdown. You missed a PAT. You fumbled a PAT snap. You got down to the 1 yard line and came away with no points. Like Nuss threw 2 pick sixes that were nullified. Bro, Nuss.
Yes, 2 pick sixes that were. No, we need the punch. Yeah.
2 pick sixes. There's a punch on here.
No, I thought there was 2. There's not. I can't find one. I did the exact same thing. No,
it's on there. It's got to be.
No, I thought the exact same thing.
So Nuss those 2 pick sixes that were nullified.
Yep.
You had a fumble that almost netted a scoop and score, and then you ended up only getting a field goal out of this. Anyway, like
no, you had 2
this
fumbles
game
in the red zone that you got 3 points out of, which is inexcusable.
This game was like, let's just be very honest. Let's be very honest.
This game was drunker than me at 11 a.m. on Whiskey and Wine, which is pretty fucking drunk, guys.
I tweeted that this game is so drunk, it might die of alcohol poisoning. Like,
I know a thing or two.
This was the Missouri game of a year ago. And the only difference is Major Burns got the pick six to cover at the end of the Missouri game a year ago. But here you get Herrera, who, by the way,
Jerry.
Shout out Jerry DeLucky. Good guy, fire captain, Jerry DeLucky.
Jerry DeLucky.
We
won, baby, we won.
Oh,
man. Wow. You want to talk about an entire bar's fucking middle sanity hanging in the fucking balance?
Oh, my God.
Unbelievable.
Oh, my God. Oh, God.
All right.
We got to do our toast. We got to do our toast. Yeah, we got an issue just with the screen today, and also T-Bob's going to log the super chats. I'm not going to pull up the comments like we used to. Yeah, you're going to be good. Let's do our toast to start, everybody. LSU wins. It's a victorious whiskey and wine. The toast is always better. Hold your glass. If you're not familiar, wait. If you're not familiar, not enough people did this last week. If you're not familiar, raise your glass, whatever you got. Take a picture of yourself toasting with us at your screen. Make sure you tweet it, Facebook, Instagram, tag us, tag 1045 ESPN. We appreciate it. Tigers win. Cheers. Here we go. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
All right, Tigers win. I have all my notes we'll go through. You want to start with your thoughts on the game?
Shout out Daniel Kirkmaz. Just met Daniel finally here recently. $310 super chat.
All right, give me a lighter. You do that.
Worst game ever, but always get cheered up when I watch you celebrate. What the fuck? We'll get there, Daniel.
Worst game since last year against Missouri or last year against Ole Miss.
But guys,
you won.
You know what I learned a long fucking time ago?
Oh shit!
You never look a gift horse in the mouth. If somebody gives you a fucking horse, whatever. Use it as long as you can. It may die the next fucking day. It does not matter. Don't look at the teeth. Don't look at the hooves. Don't look at the scabies that are appearing near its dick. Just fucking use that horse to plow your fields.
It's just a fucking gift horse. It costs you nothing.
It costs you nothing.
The gift horse costs you nothing. Enjoy the gift of the horse.
And also, guys, I try to tell y'all, I caught pushback this week. LSU, we're not great, guys.
Yeah,
we're not great.
Not a great team.
We are not
a great
tier
team.
one. Tier one is Georgia.
Well, did you think they were?
No. All week, my
deal's
been they're outside of, like, there's a Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, Alabama, Mizzou, Ole Miss tier.
Mizzou.
Mizzou ended up finishing 5.
Tennessee. Oh, no, they're not in that tier.
But no, it doesn't matter.
I don't think Alabama's in that tier. Real quick.
You're thinking too stringent.
Real quick.
You're thinking too stringent.
Georgia, Texas, then Bama, Ole Miss, Mizzou, Tennessee. They're all a notch below.
I think this is a conversation. Sure, whatever. Exactly. Whatever. But there's still those top six. Okay. Top 6, right? You are clearly not there. And you're not going to get there from what I've seen from the personnel on film. So you have to find a way to prove that you're better than everybody else. Are you better in South Carolina? Are you better in A&M? Are you better in Florida? Are you better in those teams? I already adjusted my expectations there this week. I had this game 31-27 LSU. It did not look great on film. It was strength on strength, weakness on weakness. And how this game played out, you should have lost, but you fucking won. And we'll credit all the big plays that were made in order to achieve that win. But you know what feels good on a college football Saturday? Watching your favorite fucking team win the game.
Agreed.
Like, that's why we do it, guys.
You know what would be worse?
That's why we live.
Being South Carolina fans right now.
Absolutely. At home, losing 2-0. Now you're 2-1. And also, I talked about this, Matt. How many Saturdays do we have in a life? We get 12 a year. The average age is 72. You don't get that many, okay? Yeah. So you have to fucking love it when it feels as good as it does right now. My nipples are hard. My hair's standing up. My nerves are on fire. It's been an intense 3 hours.
4.
It's 3.5 in the afternoon.
4.
And we're fucked up.
4 hours.
This is why we do what we do for these moments right here. So, yes, we'll talk about the bad. We'll get into that all week. Blah, 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 blah. But if that's where your head's at right now, grow the fuck up, pussy, because that's a Tiger win on the road. Let's fucking go.
Grow up, pussy.
You were down 24-10.
You could be Florida losing 10-0 right now.
You could be FSU 0-3.
Could be. You're not. all that said, that was a really shitty game.
Let's go, though,
that's
dude.
the kind of game where if I'm an impartial observer watching, whoever on a Saturday,
Yeah, you talk shit.
How about this? That's me watching Old Dominion, South Carolina. That's me watching Kentucky, South Carolina. Essentially, all South Carolina does is play shit games. It's unbelievable.
Yes!
Like, the fact that was a game still boggles the mind. You came out. They were obviously. You deferred. And it was huge. We'll talk about that in a second when we go through the game. But they came out absolutely on fire. They had everything, right? They had game day. They had a packed house. They had Dawn Staley's national championship team honored before the game. They were sky high. They went right down the field, had a great plan, scored. They were going bonkers, and they carried that momentum. But even still with all that, LSU found a way to weather it. You were in an 8-point game. You're in a 1-score game at halftime. Despite the fact that you got the shit thoroughly kicked out of you at the line of scrimmage, you were awful. You made every mistake possible. You fucking fumbled a PAT snap. You goddamn muffed you had a punt blocked. You had a pick 6 called back. You have an ember on your dick. Anyway, you were still in a 1-score game, so it felt a lot like Mizzou a year ago, where you played about as poorly as you possibly could. You had a game-changing play, and let's be honest, the game-changing play was actually Caden Durham. He was the game-changing player.
Was the game-changing player.
It's when you started to run the ball was when you played Caden Durham.
Came alive
awesome
tonight. What did Brian Kelly say earlier this week? Those guys are on scholarship too. Basically saying eventually somebody's got to make somebody fucking miss.
Break a tackle.
Somebody's got to fucking make a play. And Caden Durham did it. And even in the yards at the end of the game, where it was 4 or 5 yards, he was still making guys miss and getting more every single time.
Shout out to Caden Durham, 11 carries, 98 yards. His long was 26.
So, I love seeing Josh Williams score at the end, too.
It was great.
I love seeing Josh Williams score at the end, but Caden Durham feels like RB1 after today.
Got to be. He's the only guy so far that's shown you that he can run tough between the tackles, make a guy miss, break a tackle, fall forward. The 3rd and 1 where he gave it to Josh Williams, he got knocked back, was so disappointing, man. I get it. I get the play call. I get why everybody's going to be pissed about it again. The 3rd, I get it. But it's a fucking yard. Go get a yard. You played offensive line. Don't you want to just go get a fucking yard?
Okay. I
fall forward.
That's probably my most frustrating part of the game. LSU's got to figure out 2 things. You got to figure out short yardage. It is fucking inexcusable to feel as insecure as you do on 3rd and 1. Honestly, one of my partners here at Don Juan earlier said this, and it was depressingly true. He said, I feel more comfortable in 3rd and 7 than I do 3rd and 1, which is sad, but it's not inaccurate. It's kind of where you're at. I'll say credit to Joe Sloan for this. I fucking loathed the fact when you have 3rd and 1 from the 1-yard line, commit to running the ball twice, in my mind. No question.
Get a yard.
Commit to running the ball twice. We're going to get a yard. The fact that you ran it and then threw it, absolutely shameful.
By the way,
Then I will credit the next 3rd down goal line play from 3rd and 3 from the goal where they came with Mason Taylor moving opposite of the action. That was a good call. But there's bad calls and good calls. But LSU has a massive problem in short yardage situations. And it's crazy considering what Will Campbell was talking about just a couple of weeks ago.
I agree with you. It is worth noting the play call on the 3rd and 1, on the 4th and goal, when Josh Williams caught the ball and went out of bounds short, is a beautiful play call. It was there, but you missed the fucking protection.
But you exactly. So you accept an inherent amount of risk when you call something like that, right? And so it's one of those situations where no play call. Well, it's like
Josh Williams was there.
I know. What I'm saying is there's a ton of gray area here, right? Play calls are good or bad. The result factors in. The situation factors in. My point is, if we're talking lesser of 2 evils, right? You expose yourself to more risk when you run that on 4th down. And Matt, maybe the bigger point. The only reason you run that at 4th down is because you have no faith.
That's
the bigger point. I guess that's what I'm actually getting at. Is that you should not be at such a point of insecurity where at 3rd and 1 from the 1-yard line, you're like, oh shit, what do we run? Let's try to run it. Oh, we didn't get. Oh fuck. Okay, well let's just QB sneak it twice. They lined up under center. They had the heavy. They had that heavy eye.
And you can push. You
That's what I'm
just
saying.
push.
Just
Can't
push
fucking
twice.
UNLV did that against Kansas
That's
on
what I'm
Friday
saying.
night.
Just
Just
push
the fucking
twice.
guy in the end zone.
Push twice from the third. So it's like
Put Caleb Jackson behind Nussmeier, just push him into the fucking end zone.
in the end zone.
By the way, they put Gabe Relaford in at fullback. Did you notice that?
Yes, I know. In that jumbo set there.
That was interesting. All right, y'all do us a favor, please. YouTube, smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Facebook, like the page, share the post. We appreciate you for being there. We're going to go through the game. We're going to get the comments. Tigers win 36-33.
I got all your super chats logged right
We're
here.
here at Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. Awesome spot. Great place to watch the games. TVs
the
everywhere.
Best place, dude. Look at this. Wait,
bro, look at the crowd.
Do you want to do the gauntlet drawing right now while everybody's still here?
Sure, yeah. Let me do the so it's over there. We're also brought to you by talk about home field first.
Okay, guys, check it out. Home field apparel. I mean, you all know home field apparel. If you watch this show, you fucking know it. You love it. It's the best college gear. But this is a home field shirt. This is from the home field box. Okay, you buy the box. You get a long sleeve tee. You get a short sleeve tee. You get a full sweatshirt. You get socks. You get a koozie. And right now, you use the code LSU24, you get 15% off your first order. So literally, guys, you can go stack up on home field as much as you want. LSU24, 15% off. Check out the football box. I fucking love home field.
Alondra, can you please make sure the code LSU24 is in there? It might be on the scroll. It is. Okay, it's there. Cool. Thank you. So
Alondra,
the home field, everything is scrolling on the bottom of the screen. The code for home field. Oh, it's 15% or 25%?
15%.
Oh, that's my bad.
Off.
I did it last week and I did 25%.
15% off. LSU24, great code. Over tax, you're good to go.
Okay. And then also we're brought to you by Gotlit Light Installers, gotlitlights.com, gotlitlights.com.
So,
I got Gotlit. Real quick, let me finish talking about Gotlit, then we're gonna draw. So Gotlit is awesome. I know it's September. You're thinking I'm not thinking about Christmas yet, but they already started doing quotes like 3 weeks ago. So, Gotlit, this is really simple. They come to your house. They'll give you an estimate. They'll come install lights at your house, Christmas lights. If anything goes wrong, they'll repair it during the season.
Yep.
When the season's over, they come take it down and haul it away. By the way, it's not your lights. They bring the lights. You just tell them what you want.
Yep.
So whatever your budget is, whatever it may be, they'll do anything you want. Like I told you, Erica, my wife, loves Christmas. Forever, all we did was those star showers. Little thing that just projects the thing on the house.
Yeah.
That's all we do because I wouldn't put up lights. That's all I did.
I used to climb my ass up there.
I'm not fucking doing it. So we found Gotlit. We had Derek and the boys come over. They installed lights at our house last year. Fucking awesome. You want a quote? We got Gotlit pinned in the chat, and it's also tagged in the YouTube description. Go ahead.
All right, guys. So this is why you should come to Don Juan. This is for everybody who's still here. Everybody who's still here is entered here. Whoever gets drawn gets $750 free in light installation. All right, let's
Here we go. Wait, there's something that fell. I'll grab one.
Matthew Bowman.
Matthew Bowman.
Let's go, Matthew! Let's go! Winner! Go Tigers!
Matthew Bowman, good name
free
too.
Christmas lights for our
great name. Thank you for coming, brother. Thank you for coming.
Fuck yeah,
congratulations.
yeah, dude.
The guys are gonna get with you. So
$750 of free Christmas lights. All right, let's
real quick. I just want to point out a few things as we start. Number one, LSU won the toss and deferred.
How about it, dude?
Got a touchdown.
Our boy's been beaten into submission. He tried to play like, look, I fucking, I like it, blah, blah, blah. But no, he had to give up in the end.
Got a touchdown before the end of the half to make it 24-16. That's when you missed the fucking PAT. And then you got the ball to start the second half, and you got all the way down to the 1 fucking yard line and came away with no points. But the point is, that's why you fucking deferred. Yeah. Yes, you went down 7-0, but you had an opportunity to go back-to-back scores, and you fucking got to the 1 yard line. And by the way, I want to talk about it, but I think they should have kicked the fucking field goal there. That's not hindsight. You know my feelings. And when they went for 2 the first time, fuck it. LSU left 4 points out there. If you kick a field goal on the opening drive of the second half, you kick the fucking PAT instead of trying to tie it. That's 4 points. Then at the end of the game, they're not kicking a field goal to fucking tie it. They have to get a touchdown to tie it. The objective of the fucking game is to score points. I understand you have to manage risk, but why do you pass on fucking points? It's not about yards. It's not about possession. It's not about time of possession. It's about scoring fucking points. Score fucking points. When you have an opportunity to put points on the board, you put points on the fucking board.
So not with the Josh, what's up, brother? Not with the 2-point conversion necessarily, because I agree with you. I could kind of go either way on that decision.
Well, think of it. If you kick there on the next one, you're not going for 2.
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I go either way on that one. My problem with the 4th and 1 is like I'm only making the 3rd and 1 call knowing that I'm going for it on 4th down. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. I like it.
I want to take an overall.
You think he did?
Yeah. I think they knew they were going for it. I just think he thought he had like a really good play, and this is the damnation of an offensive coordinator. He did have a really good play, but everything's very gray, and there's a lot of context, and it's like, okay, it's a great play call, but are my guys going to execute it? And then it didn't quite work out. So it's like, but I would have been in the mindset like, I'm fine if it's 3rd and 1 from the 1 yard line. I'm saying I'm going for it twice. My mindset would have been run it twice, right? Like it's sad that you can't do that. The extra point, I agree with you. You don't necessarily need it there. You wait, whatever. So but what is not debatable is deferring, right? Because you got down 24-10.
Yes.
And the only reason why this became a game was because you were able, and actually we should highlight that. We'll get to it in game flow. But when you get down 24-10, the touchdown drive to make it 24-16 was the biggest dick moment of the entire season.
That was Kyron Lacey's first catch of the game.
The entire season, the entire Brian Kelly era hung in the balance. And what I love is Herb Street nailed it. You love when a guy calls it perfectly. And Herb Street says, what helps teams come back in these situations are the poise of the quarterback. And he said it. And then what did Nuss do? He stayed composed early on. I'm thinking Nuss is drifting back. He's drifting back. On the touchdown throw, he stayed in there. He took a hit at the knees as he was releasing it. Touchdown, everything changes.
6 plays, 75 yards, 2:55 off the clock.
Just fucking massive.
Awesome. It was great. It was a 6-play drive. You never faced a 3rd down. You had a 2nd and 12, and that's when C.J. Daniels had his 18-yard catch. That was the, and then Aaron Anderson had the 23-yarder. CJ had another 20-yarder, and then you scored. Aaron was awesome today.
You want to talk about the most positive player of all season long? Let's fucking suck Aaron Anderson, because that motherfucker was painted as a nobody last year. He completely fell off. He was thinking too much. All of his speed that he has naturally had been dissipated, and he has made play after play after play this season. Dude.
5 for 96 today for Anderson.
Let's go, Aaron. 5 for 96. Get that man a cut,
5 on 6 targets, too, by the way.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Aaron Anderson was great.
I mean, even the pass interference where it looked like for sure that ball was going to be overthrown, and then he found a way to get underneath it. Like, Aaron Anderson has been – fuck Chris Hilton. I don't give a shit about that. No. About Kyle Parker. I don't give a shit about Selton Sampson. Aaron Anderson,
play different
shout
positions.
Out, dude. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is fucking Anderson has stepped up at wide receiver when you needed somebody to more than
they're not
the
mutually
other.
Exclusive here, man. Like, you can need Chris Hilton to stretch the field because you don't have the stretch the field guy.
Yeah, you're still missing that.
You need Chris Hilton back, and I think he's going to be back next week. But, like, you know how I do my notes? Like, when I chart? I do, like, the good chart and the bad chart. Look at the good chart and the bad chart for the first half. Like, just look at the numbers. I have 2 columns of bad. Like, let me just run through the plays that were bad. Here, so the first fucking play of the game. How about the first play of the game? Lenora Sellers, who sucks. All right, he's a good athlete. I think he could be a good quarterback.
He's going to get better.
Yes,
he's not awful.
But I would love for somebody, if you have the time or the tolerance.
If he didn't get hurt, we don't win this game.
Maybe we'll see. Because we'll get into that. No, we'll get into that. Hold on. I have a thought on it. We'll get into it.
Okay.
So, because I have a thought on that. So, at that point, they know I would love to see someone do a mashup of all of Lenora Sellers' passes in this game. Lenora Sellers was, for the game, throwing. He was 9 of 16 for 113, no touchdowns and an interception. The interception was horrid, by the way.
But you can't judge Sellers just off his passing, right?
No, I get it. I get it. Wait, hold on. Wait, no, I'm making a point.
Okay, sorry.
The point I'm making is he cannot throw the football. He can't. No. The first play of the game.
I gotta disagree.
All right, hang on. No. I would love for someone to go do a mashup of all his passes. All he hit one slant, which was a very good pass. We're gonna get to it. He hit that one slant
before half when he got hurt. He had that under pressure go route at the end. That was beautiful,
bro. He threw that ball up when he was hit, and goddamn, the coverage was terrible. He just threw it up.
Not bad, dude. It was
a PI.
That was a great throw, dude.
It was not a great throw. He threw it he just threw it up in the coverage.
I did.
Bro, you're going to watch film. He just threw it up. Anyway, all right, whatever. That's not the point. The first play of the game. You remember the first play of the game? They run a little dump at the line. I get it. It's like 5 hours ago. They run a little dump at the line of scrimmage to the tight end. It's just check, roll, boom. Just right here. Harold Perkins shoots, misses the tackle 17 yards. My point is, your guy hit one slant. That was a beautiful throw, an on-point target. He's airmailed 2 sideline throws. I'm telling you, bro. He can't throw the football.
No, he airmailed him, but Robbie Ashford can't throw the
Robbie's
football.
Terrible too.
No, he's
older.
Worse.
Yeah, I agree he's worse. Sellers can get better. He's not good today.
I'm saying Sellers is okay today. I guess we're just talking in we're talking in degrees.
I think Sellers can be a very good player.
We're talking in degrees.
He's a freshman
we're not
playing his 3rd game.
We're not saying different things.
I know, yeah, okay.
Like
yes.
Robbie Ashford
This is not
he can't throw.
Robbie Ashford played the whole second half.
Sellers can throw.
Do you know how many times?
He's just raw.
Do you know?
That's what I would say.
That's fair. Do you know how many times Sellers is a great arm talent? He's got to get refined. That's good. Do you know how many times
he hit a couple?
Do you know how many times Ashford threw the ball in the second half? Are you looking at it?
No, I'm not. 2,
4.
Wow.
He was 2 for 4. They literally could not. That's why the
LSU would not have won this game.
The Rocket Sanders 66-yard run is so fucking infuriating because they literally could not complete a fucking forward pass. They couldn't fucking complete a forward pass, and goddamn Rocket Sanders goes for 66 because you break contain. It's unimaginable. It's inexcusable. That's on fucking Blake Baker. That's on the players. That's on Bo Davis. That's on Kevin Peoples. How in the fuck when they cannot throw the ball?
Are so bad,
the safeties are terrible. Like, God bless them. Fucking look, the Lenora Sellers 75-yarder, Sage Ryan just stopped.
I know, they're so bad, dude.
Bro, just reach your arm out and grab a foot, slow him up so someone can get him. Instead, it's 75-yard house call. Like, the run defense today was not bad. There's this whole debate about the run defense. The run defense wasn't bad today. You were pretty good. After the first drive, you stacked the line. You did a pretty good job of stopping the run. You broke contained and allowed Sellers and Sanders to put up 150 fucking yards on 2 runs.
So you got to take this.
No,
I already took too many.
I'm not shooting. I don't shoot. I'm not at Reggie's. Fuck no.
So I would say, Matt, though, so what you're talking about is indicative, though, of everything goes back to the fact that LSU's personnel
Give
on
it
defense.
To Alondra.
Everything I already took it. Everything goes back to the fact. Look, you try to look. It's not easy. It's the old Family Guy line, right? One of the first ever Family Guy episodes, maybe season 1 or 2. Peter says, "Oh, Quagmire, I feel bad. I told Lois I want to drink." Quagmire says, "Oh, Peter, don't feel bad." He goes, "Oh, I never thought about it that way." It's not much to overcome here. No, but so what you're talking about, though, Matt, that comes from what I believe to be LSU's biggest problem, which is personnel-wise, the defense, you just don't have dudes. And so, you're selling out to try to add guys, try to blitz, to try to move, to stop basic runs, which then opens you up to big plays. If you felt like you had a great D-line, you could sit back a little more.
Yeah,
you let them handle the line, and then you let the linebackers kind of sift it out because they're not getting come up on. So right now, LSU's having to twist, gap, they're having to shoot gaps to try to find success, which again, on a play-to-play basis, right? 8 times out of 10, you'll be very good, and it works out, and you stop him. But you're really going to open yourself up to counter punches. It's like an aggressive fighter.
Yeah, that's fair.
Who's trying to knock somebody out, but isn't quite as good. But they're just going for the knockout. And so, everything with LSU defensively this year is there's a personnel problem, guys.
Yeah.
There's no fucking dudes. I've watched the film so intently.
They don't have dudes.
There's no dudes. They're trying to make up for so much. I
think Whitweeks can be awesome. Right.
But I mean, that's 9% of the players
on
the field.
I get it.
Exactly. That's
I'm trying to think. Braden Swinson was great today.
2 years ago, You had Jarek Bernard-Converse, Mekhi Gardner, Joe Fouché, Greg Brooks.
Boy, did they spoil us.
They made up an incredible transfer portal secondary. Last year, you tried to recreate it. It blew up.
It was terrible.
And then they just ignored the portal. And they waited.
They said we're going to grow our young guys.
They waited too long to hire Corey Raymond.
I didn't see PJ at all today.
They waited too long to hire Bo Davis. And then the defensive linemen leave.
Yeah.
If you had 2 of those D linemen, the entire defense would be different this year.
They offered Wingo and Mason Smith each $500,000 in NIL to return, and both were like, "Nah, we're going to go to the draft."
But also they didn't know who they were going to be playing for.
So no doubt. But then if I'll tell you this, and I do believe this, I believe this firmly. If they had gotten the Bo Davis, remember the Bo Davis thing? It looked like it was going to happen, then it didn't.
Yes.
And then it happened like a week later.
Yes.
If they had gotten it done the first time, because in that interim is when Mason Smith declared.
No, I believe that as well.
I think they would have gotten Mason back if they had gotten Bo Davis.
There's a lot of weird kind of timing issues. Like, even, if we want to go back to the original sin, just go straight Christian on this shit. Not keeping Corey Raymond, not committing to Corey Raymond or Brian Kelly. And why are you making Corey Raymond audition for the job, only to come crawling back to him later on?
And you went with Robert Steeples. But here's the great news. Here's the great news. You got DJ Pickett committed. Like you've got.
So that's what I keep going back to. Right now, the goal for LSU is to win 8 games, 9 with a bowl, and keep the 25 class together. You have to avoid disaster. If you keep the 25 class together, you have dogs coming. And then you can hit the portal hard, and you got to figure it out from there.
Can I just say, by the way, like, do you know what the defensive stats were today? Now, granted, you played a fuckload of snaps, and they didn't even attempt. You're looking.
No, I'm looking at it right now. 3 of 12 in South Carolina. I guess.
No. I'm talking about LSU's defensive statistics.
Yeah, I'm looking at. Yeah, they held them to 3 of 12 on third down.
No, hold on. No, I'm talking about individual.
Oh no.
You ready for this? Do you know how many sacks today?
No.
5 sacks.
Okay.
9 TFLs, 4 forced fumbles.
Havoc rate.
When you look at that, you would think, oh, you fucked shit up. Instead, you played in a fucking 36-33 game that literally came down to a dude missing a field goal twice because your boy Herrera missed the first one. We were sitting here shitting on ourselves because he missed the first one when you iced him, and we're like, fuck, he's going to correct it. We're sitting here going, oh, no.
But then he
fucking pulled the next one. He overcorrected.
But that's kind of what I'm getting at, right? You're selling out to create havoc, but you don't have the dogs necessarily to protect you on the back end, right? And so it's going to get you burned, but it's also the best path to success at this point. And that's also why I say if Sellers doesn't get hurt, you lose. Because Ashford can't throw the ball. Sellers can throw it okay. And but whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, what do you
I have a buddy that's a South Carolina fan.
I got a bunch of super chats. What do you want to
do? Bro, I have a buddy that's a South Carolina fan. He said, make sure to thank the refs on your show for that bullshit. 16 points they took off the board. Okay, don't commit penalties, asshole. Like, you got a bad football team. LSU's bad, South Carolina's bad. That was 2 bad football teams. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Like, that's the bottom line. Like, you committed penalties that took two touchdowns off the board on pick sixes. You're fucking. How about this? Don't fucking have your kicker miss a kick at the end of the fucking game. Take advantage of turnovers. Like, don't let LSU back from it. What was it was fucking.
I mean, I get
it was 17-7. I mean, goddamn, man.
No, so here's the deal. I get where he's coming from because that's brutal to feel, right? We all know that. When you're on the other side of a big play and a penalty takes it back, that fucking sucks. I cannot think about a situation in which the penalty was not actually. You know what I'd be pissed about? I don't think the Nuss penalty on the pick six should have been called. I don't think that
maybe
was
when he pushed Nuss down.
Yeah, that was not, bro. That was pussy shit.
Well, I'll tell you why. Why I think they called that, and I may agree with you, but they did call an illegal blindside block on LSU earlier in the game, and because they called the blindside block on LSU in that moment, it felt like. Fuck, I mean, he did. It was 5. It was the fucking freshman 5 who blindsided him.
I could be wrong. That just felt like if I was an LSU fan and they called that against me, we'd all be bitching about that in the postgame.
I don't disagree with you at all.
But the horse collar was a horse collar.
Was a horse collar.
The offsides. It was a catch at the end. Like all the other shit, I understand. But that's the only one that I would that I would be a bit pissed about if that was me. Do you want to go to Super Chats? What do you want to do?
You want to go through game?
Yeah, let's go through game. But it's like a lot of game and a lot of Super Chats to chew through. Which
right,
I love now. We have the fan funding tab. So I actually been sitting here copy pasting like a madman, but I actually don't have to.
All right, let's go. All right, how about this? Just real quick. Let's do this instead.
Wait. Look at this. I click on fan funding and I get an AI chat summary. Let's see what let's see what the chat summary. This is AI. This is what AI has to say about this game. Viewers are discussing the disappointing performance of the LSU football team, with many blaming the coaching and play calling. Some are also critical of the officiating. Viewers are just never mind, it changes. Wow, that's fucking weird, dude.
Y'all do me a favor. Please go to LouisianaSports.net as well. I'm very proud of everything we've done at LouisianaSports.net.
You're doing great work.
I'll tell you quite honestly, we've already, with 5 days to go in our first month, we've already more than doubled what was the projection for our first month page views. So I'm very, very pleased with that.
And Matt's been at the head of that, guys. So go support it, man.
Don't tell him that, because
don't tell him that,
because there's some of them who'll be like, "Fuck that."
Matt hates it. He hopes it doesn't succeed. He's been telling y'all that he's fucking. What's this website bullshit? We don't need it. Okay, let's go through game flow.
That has been a solid year of my life building that thing.
I know. Y'all look really good. You and Hunter killing it. But let's go to
and Ross Jackson
and Marler and Ross
Chris
Jackson.
All right, real quick. So first half, here's what I always chart like good and bad at the top of the page, right? Just so it's for notes. Here's the good. Zy Alexander's interception. Your red zone D forced a field goal, which was big after the first turnover. You forced the fumble. The Caden Durham touchdown. Kyron Lacey's touchdown before half. The sack at the end of the first half, which got you off the field. That was 1, 2. There's 5 good things I wrote in the first half. Here's the bad I wrote in the first half. You ready? Harold Person missed a tackle on the 17-yard on the first play. You allowed a 7-play touchdown drive to start the game. The first punt of the game was only 39 yards, so it set them up on a short field. PI on Stamps was terrible. If he turns around, he probably catches the ball. You know what I'm talking about on the left side?
So
Sellers threw it into coverage.
No, I know.
If Stamps turns around, he intercepts it. Instead, he fucking gets a PI.
So the deal about this, though, Matt, to me is when does the backfield see such a consistent amount of PIs pop up?
When you're bad.
Yes.
I get it.
When they're
they're
consistently outmanned.
The problem is he was in position to make a play.
I know.
Turn around.
But not in his mind. He's playing catch up. He's fighting for his fucking life. These guys, the reason why Pat P and Tyron and Mo Claiborne and Trey White, like whoever you want to say, the reason why these guys made plays is because they were fucking in position and they knew they were, and they were like, oh, I got you fucking cooked.
That's true.
Like, I got you cooked. I'm about to turn around. Right now, we're chasing like, oh, fuck, I might get cooked. And so you're fucking running your ass off. And then if Sellers underthrows it a little bit because he's not the best, well, then you're fucked because you're running face first. They're coming back to the ball.
I get it. But the point is, like,
all I'm saying is that is a point of a personnel disadvantage, in my opinion.
Okay, I'm with you.
More than anything else.
I'm with you. I would also suggest that's evidence of Lenora Sellers making a bad play and being rewarded for a bad play. And when you're a bad defense, that's what happens. LSU's a bad defense.
I don't want to hang up on this and give too much devil's advocate. But also, if you know somebody's weak there, you say fuck it and throw it up. You know what I'm saying? If you know somebody's weak in the game,
I think he was about to get hit and just chucked it.
Maybe so, but maybe the coach is kind of like, man, if we get one-on-one,
as we continue,
throw it.
Kind of like Nuss on the horse collar, just chucked one up. That was a pick 6, but he got bailed out because of the horse collar, and it was a flag. It was a fucking horse collar, but that's still an inexcusable throw. That's the Nuss we're worried about. You had a holding penalty. Where was the holding penalty? It was declined. It was on 3rd and 3 coming out of a timeout. You had a holding declined, which led to 4th and 3, and you kicked the 28-yard field goal. That was after the fumble. You gave up a sack there. You had another. What do you think about you had a defensive delay of game after the shift, which I hate.
I don't fucking like. What was the difference between that play and the false start at the end?
I'm with you.
I do not understand.
Like,
I'm glad that you got it early and then it worked in your favor late. But if I was a South Carolina fan, I'd be fucking furious. Like, wait, why was it a fucking disconcerting signals there and then not here? I don't understand.
By the way, that wasn't disconcerting signals. That's delay of game.
But I thought that's what they're calling it.
No, it's different. Disconcerting signals when you make a vocal thing. Like if you say something like, check, like real quick.
No, I get that, but I just assumed it was. So what's delay of game then?
That's when they said they shifted. So the defensive line shifted over, which, by the way, everybody fucking does.
No, but what I'm saying is you shifted over the end. They called for a start.
I know.
So
I'm with you. That's why I agree. I'm like, what the fuck?
What I'm saying is I assumed there was a vocal element in play one and not in play two.
No, that's what they're saying was no.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was the same play.
That's crazy.
The first time it was defensive delay game. The second time it was a false start.
We got to figure that shit out.
Like,
I got to figure that shit out. That's fucking crazy.
I mean, every defense I've ever seen in the history of ever.
Pete, you cunts. We got to figure that shit out, dude. That's crazy.
Look at Eli Holstein. Every defense in the history of ever I've ever seen does that because you come to the line, you show, and then before the snap, you shift to make the offensive line change and think, right?
Yes.
Like it's in the history of ever. Yes. That's why you do it. And so they're calling it a penalty now. Anyway.
But they're not, though. They are and they aren't.
I know.
Anyway.
Gio Paez had a face mask. You had offsetting penalties on the grounding. Nuss had a grounding. You had a punt blocked. You had holding on DJ Chester. You allowed a 75-yard touchdown, and you botched a PAT snap. Your first half was teetotal dog shit. And despite the fact that you played like a giant asshole, it was 24-16, and you were in a game.
The punt block was super badass.
Oh, my God.
That was a guy selling out for all he's worth to try to get a hand on the ball. At a certain point,
hat tip, seriously.
You got to give credit to the opponent. And that motherfucker went up and over and reached a hand out and somehow got his hand on that ball.
Hat tip.
Beamer ball.
Second half. I thought Aaron Anderson was awesome in the second half. Braden Swinson was awesome. Three sacks today for Braden Swinson, by the way. 3 sacks for Braden Swinson. He was great today. Chester had a false start. You got no points on the goal line. No good on the 2-point conversion. You had an illegal blindside block. You had holding on a kickoff return. You fumbled the snap, the snap to Nuss that fucking hit him. He wasn't ready for it.
That was
fumbled
Chester.
It.
That's a freshman in a tough environment.
All right, was that Chester or was that Nuss?
No, that's Chester, man. I've been there. I've done that before. Where just like
walk me through the sequence there. What's happening?
So it's loud as fuck. They could be going on. I mean, it could be a plethora of things, but like, let's say they're going on first down. But Nuss is trying to walk up and fucking, and what I mean by going on first down is like you walk up, you're expected to, and then it's going to go, right? But instead, Nuss walks up, he's changing the play. Like, it could be a million. Like, I remember snapping the ball back in the day because I heard like a linebacker say something or fucking like something for like a sharp sound where you're like
you're ready.
You're so ready.
You're on guard because in a millisecond you got to get rid of the ball and then there's impact.
Yes, and you hear a sharp sound and you can lose your water, especially when you're a young guy. Dude.
Yeah,
he's a redshirt freshman. Now he played in Mizzou last year and did a very good job. But he's a redshirt freshman in one of the toughest stadiums. And Williams-Brice is fucking tough when they give a damn. It's one of the toughest stadiums in the country. It's not. I don't, and I guess
people tear ACLs there.
Chill out. 16 years ago, I got an iPhone out of it. But no, this is
T-Bob tore his ACL at Williams-Brice.
I guess.
For those that don't know,
for me it feels obvious, but I understand Chester kind of losing his water.
He had a rough day today, bro.
He had a rough day. It was a rough day. He's the weak link of the O-line, but we knew that coming in.
Yeah. He had a false start. He had a holding penalty. He had the snap. He gave up
the 3rd and 10 sack early on that everybody was hating on Campbell for.
It was
Chester. Well, I'll say this, Matt. Before I review film, I don't know if I feel like it's 100% Chester. What it was the equivalent of a blown coverage. It wasn't a physical issue. Like Campbell had a speed rusher that he was pushing to the outside. Nuss should be able to step up. You fucked up the protection. Josh Williams also went outside.
Missed, yeah.
Well, he went outside with the fan, but I don't know what they called, right?
Yeah, no doubt. You don't know what the call was. That's fair.
Was it a Louis?
But Campbell gave him up and went down.
No. The guard.
Am I thinking of a different play?
No, the guarded tackle was 3rd and 10. The guarded tackle went out, but Williams also went out, and the linebacker came inside in the A gap. But the point of that is like,
was that the grounding?
We don't. Here's my overall point. No, the 3rd and 10 sack early on. Here's my overall point with that. It's not. We cannot.
Oh, there
assign,
it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Got it.
We cannot assign that to a player yet. What we can say, it was a blown coverage. It was essentially we call it missed assignments. But like the same way when you see a wide receiver wide open, you're like, what the fuck happened? It's just that from a pass protection standpoint, you should have had him picked up.
Yeah.
It was not Will Campbell being bad physically. It was not anybody get physically. You got beat mentally on that play, which goes back to the center in a lot of
Robbie
ways.
Ashford's so bad.
So exactly, dude. If you didn't have
Lenora
Robbie Ashford, you would have fucking lost this game. I disagree wholeheartedly.
So here's the point I'll make about Sellers leaving the game. And I don't know that this actually matters, and we'll go to comments and questions and stuff in a second. Do us a favor if you're on YouTube, smash the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. We appreciate y'all so much. I think we're at 3,200 people watching live, which is awesome. Would love it if you would just take a quick second and smash the like button. It's a huge help for like YouTube's algorithm and all that shit.
Hit the thumbs up, you fucking cunts.
Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for being there. We'll tell you about Don Juan, Got Lit, Home Field, all, by the way, linked in the description on the YouTube chat. Whenever you look at the game and how it went, so they got up 10-0.
Yeah.
They get the block punt, and they get the short.
By the way, disastrous start. I mean, they drive down and you shove it up your ass. You go 3 and out.
Yes.
They go and kick a field goal. I mean,
I thought
holding
them to a field goal. And Stamps, by the way, had a really rough day. Stamps is the one who made the play in the 3rd and 7. They threw it to the end zone, and he actually had tight coverage and forced a pass breakup, forced an incompletion, which led to the field goal, the 28-yard field goal. So if you're going to criticize, which is warranted in a lot of instances today, give credit where it's due, and Stamps made a nice play there.
That's going to be this entire season, though, right? Is defensive players playing above their head, where you're like, you know what? He's not the best, but he made this play, and he made this play. And if it results in a win, it deserves to be highlighted.
So after so it's 10-0, you get the ball. Fuck, man. He completes a pass to CJ for 11 yards. That was the play where they also had roughing. So just like that, boom, you're in the South Carolina territory. You're finally on the move. You ran Caleb Jackson for a yard. You threw for Kyle Parker, incomplete. 3rd and 9, that was the illegal formation and intentional grounding. You had 2 penalties on the same fucking play. So they back you up and you get the fucking punt blocked. So then they get the ball at the 10-yard line, and in the first play, Sanders scores. It's 17-7. But after that is when your offense got going, and their offense went into a fucking deep freeze. You go score. This is where Caden Duran got his first touchdown at 17-7.
On the 3rd and 9? Was that the 3rd and 9?
3rd and 9. They were playing for 4th down.
Yeah, we got to highlight that because, well, I'll have to watch the film. It felt like, I mean, I'm sure there was an RPO element to it, but to hand that ball off on 3rd and 9, down 17-7, and I guess you have the comfort of,
they're going for it on
field
4th.
goal.
No, they're going for it.
They're going for it.
Absolutely. They were trying to get 4th and manageable. Oh, no doubt.
Okay,
it's 7, right. Dude. It's 10-0. They're trying to get 4th and manageable. It's 3rd and 9. It's a fucking buzzsaw. They're trying to get 4th and manageable right there. They're trying to get to 4th and 3 to give themselves a run pass option.
So either way,
and Durham breaks the fucking play.
It's a good call. It's the same thing that we gave the Saints credit for last Sunday. We're on a 3rd and 7 with Jadeveon Clowney rushing up the edge, thinking, they're going to throw it for sure, right? You're willing to run it in an obvious passing down. It got you the advantage, and then Caden Durham finished. And it was the first glimmer that we had of the emergence of Caden Durham, right?
I think I misspoke, by the way. So that was the Sanders touchdown after the block, but made it 17-0. I think I misspoke.
It was 17-0.
It was 17-0 after the block punt touchdown. And then then I think I misspoke. And then
17 to
yes,
0.
yes, and then Durham. So, but this is my point, right? Like this is the point I'm making. From that point on, from 17 to nothing, the only fucking thing they did was break 2 long runs, which is inexcusable when they can't complete a forward fucking pass.
Well, but Lenore Sellers could have, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't
Maybe,
matter.
but dude, but even with Sellers, see, that's the point I'm making. When you go through the rest of their possessions, like I'll bore you. But all right, so here was the possession after LSU scores it. So Sanders scores at 17-0. LSU scores on Durham's play at 17-7. They go 11 yards on a reception, a slip screen that they run. Lenore Sellers, no gain on a run. There's OPI. It's 2nd and 25. Sellers scrambles for 13. It's 3rd and 12. You sack him and he fumbles. That's the fumble play where they went and reviewed it. You get the ball. You get all the way down to 4th and 3. You kick the field goal. It's 17-10. The next play is when he ran for fucking 75 yards. Yeah. After that.
Oh, so the 3rd and 9 was to make it 24-16 at the end of the half.
Durham?
Yeah,
no, that was LSU's first score.
That was the first one. Okay.
And so anyway, so he 75 yarder. It's 24-10. You get the ball back. You go down. Lacey scores, and then at this point they run for 1 yard. You get defensive PI. No, I'm sorry. This was offsetting. This was PI and the disconcerting signals thing. 2nd and 9 is when they got the fucking 39 yarder. That's where he got hit and threw it up. Incomplete on 1st down, incomplete on 2nd down, sacked on 3rd and 10. So the point is like.
So let's highlight the moments in. First off, the 3rd and 9 run that Caden Durham finished in the end zone,
huge,
especially with LSU's red zone struggles and struggles on short yardage situations, was fucking massive.
Yeah.
Also, getting that, I didn't realize it was 24. I didn't realize it was 17-0. I forgot that.
Yep.
But being down 24-10, knowing you had to have a score. Nuss going down there, engineering the drive, and putting it to Kyron Lacey to score.
Huge.
That is what I talked about, what all of us talked about when we talked about the intangibles of Nussmeier, right? The context of the bowl game. When you're staring down Wisconsin, you got to win the game. You get down 14-0, you got to win the game.
Yeah.
Like, that is what makes Nussmeier special, not being scared in that situation.
LSU was down 17-0 against Auburn in 2022. They're putting that on ESPN. And that was the play where LSU got the strip sack. It was the Greg Brooks.
Oh, no, I remember. No, yeah. That was Robbie Ashford.
Robbie Ashford.
No, but I guess, okay, sucks. So whatever, though. I just wanted to highlight the big moments. The big moments of all of those sequences are Durham finding a way to finish and Nuss and the offense finding a way to make it 24-16, even with the ultra disappointing missed extra point, which almost cost you.
So you get the ball to start the second half. And first play, Caleb Jackson rips off a 19-yard run. You're in business. That's where Chester had the false start. It's 2nd and 14. Then you throw up the 44-yarder to Aaron Anderson. Beautiful fucking catch. Amazing. You're at the 16-yard line.
I mean, Aaron Anderson.
He was awesome.
Has there been a bigger comeback story than him? A lot of hype when he got here.
Yeah, man.
Looked slow last year.
Yeah,
we were told he was supposed to be a speed guy, and he was thinking too much. He looked slow.
You also had Neighbors and Thomas. Everybody else was.
No, but that's not fair, though, because even when he touched the ball last year, he looked a step behind.
It looked like he was going to be the return guy a year ago, and he muffed a punt like in the first game, and he never fucking went back there again.
Which, by the way, you got a return guy, David Thomas.
Yeah,
he's fucking awesome. Anyway.
I didn't love him fucking running around like crazy, which netted a holding penalty.
You got to take the good with the bad, though.
Yeah,
I need a return guy who has fucking nuts, who knows what's on the line.
Okay,
he's willing to do it. But Anderson, though, I thought
you also have to know when to give up.
I literally thought Anderson was too slow to play in the SEC.
Oh.
And there's egg on my face because obviously he's not. He now knows the offense inside and out. He feels empowered. He feels confident. And Aaron Anderson, it made play after play today, dude. Shout out to Aaron Anderson.
A couple of things real quick, just notes in the first half. Aaron Burrell was back, the place kicker. So he kicked against SC. He was injured. Dybert kicked last week. Burrell was back.
I love Burrell. Burrell's fucking awesome. I love Burrell simply because of the Zachariah Branch tackle. Having that as your kicker gives you a safety net that almost nobody in the country has.
And by the way, the only reason he had to make that tackle instead of kicking out was because of the personal foul.
Every
other kick goes through the fucking
I agree. But he's also athletic as fuck.
Zy Alexander started today. Deshaun Spears started today.
So Zy Alexander's pick, he had that shit read from the beginning. And that's a situation where Lenore Sellers is just relying on
being a bad quarterback.
I've been told by my coaches this week that my guys are better, right? Like, I'm going to stick with my pre-snap read. I like what I see. I'm going to play action, and I'm just going to throw it up, right? Jai Alexander had that read from the very beginning.
Terrible decision by Sellers.
But it was a pre-snap decision.
I get it. I get it. But it's still terrible. I get it. It's a terrible decision.
But Robbie
that cost you 3 points.
Robbie Ashford can make that decision, and he would not throw it as well. It doesn't matter. Whatever. The point is, credit to Jai Alexander.
Ashford played quarterback in the second half. I hated passing on the field goal at the 1 yard line. What did you think? I know it's hindsight, but this isn't hindsight because you've sat next to me long enough to know my feelings on this.
No. My deal is
get points.
If it's 3rd and 1 from the 1, commit to running the ball twice and fucking score. And if you can't score, you're a fucking pussy. And I know the play design was nice and it should have been open, but you didn't execute it. But again, that's the risk that you opened yourself. I would have just QB sneaked it twice from the 1. You got under center.
I'm with you. You're under center. Push him. You can push him.
You had the heavy set behind you.
Push him.
Push twice. Nuss is a fucking tough guy. He could handle it. Like, I fucking hate that shit. That was the most loathsome moment of the entire game to me.
Because that's the moment where you look like you're going back-to-back scores, and it's
and like deferring's justified. Everything's justified.
It's 24-16. You get the ball. You're at the 1 yard line. This is a chance to touchdown, 2-point conversion, tie the game, and you're brand new. As shitty as you played in the first half, you score there, you're brand new. I'm with you. But then to start the second half, they go 3 and out. You score. You went for 2, didn't get it. I hated the decision to go for right there. Passing on the field goal, going for 2, you passed on 4 points. And that's where I go the different you can't assume all else is equal. You can't assume that everything else is going to be exactly the same. But that is the difference in being in a 40-33 game at the end where they need a touchdown and a PAT to tie as opposed. It's just math. When you have an opportunity to get points, get fucking points. You have to get points.
So I don't agree on the 4th and 1. On the 2-point conversion, it is a situation where
it's why you deferred, T. You got to get points there. It's why you deferred.
I'm saying is, but also, I mean, you should be able to fucking. But whatever.
But you should be, but you didn't. Take the points.
But we're not. I'm not talking about the 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 anymore. I'm talking about the 2-point conversion. Right there. It's a situation where you don't actually need it at that moment. But I think the logic, if I was going to justify it, and I think it's more 50-50 than the other decision. If I was going to justify it, it's that, okay, we go for it now until we know what we have to do in the future. As opposed to we kick it now and we hope what's going to be in the future, right? Like you're trying to provide clarity about, okay, what's the score gonna be as opposed to kind of what the score could be.
Let me pose to you this way. So it's 24-22. You go for 2. If you kick it, the worst case scenario, they score, you're down 8. It's still a 1-score game.
Yeah,
you miss it.
Exactly.
You miss it. They score. Kick it, PT, you're down 9. It's a 2-score game.
Yes, that is the risk. Absolutely.
I get it. It's the same conversation that we have like in baseball with bunting and all the fucking percentages and shit. It's just like, I'm not saying I'm right. It's just my perspective.
There's
points.
A lot of gray area.
I get it.
Dude.
My opinion is get points. That's my opinion is get points.
And my opinion is I agree with going for it on 4th down in the goal line situation. The 2-point conversion, I could go either way. I don't have a strong opinion there.
All right. Where after the 2-point conversion missed, they went 3 and out. There was the blind side block on the punt. You force the punt. You commit the blind side block. So instead of starting in their territory or around midfield, you're starting at the 20 after the blind side block. I don't have it. No, I think Chuck's got it.
All right, that's fine.
But you went right down the field and scored, bro. That was Mason Taylor's touchdown on 3rd and 2. And so now you got your first lead of the game. Now you got your first lead of the game, 29-24. It was short-lived because 3 plays later on 3rd and 1, Rocket Sanders would go 66 yards on the goddamn fucking touchdown. And by the way, that's where they went for it on 2. And you look like you had Ashford fucking sacked. He finds the
that
conversion.
Was crazy, dude.
They called a penalty on a legal man downfield, and then they went for it again, and Spears got the interception in the end zone. So it's 30-29. You're losing. Bro, and this, goddamn, dude.
What a game.
You convert a 3rd and 9. Kyron Lacey gets 11 yards on 3rd and 9. The next play was the goddamn fumbled snap.
I know, and that conversion felt so big at the time, dude. Great catch by Lacey. Great throw by Nuss.
And the next play was the fumble snap.
And all that is, guys, is just DJ Chester being in a really loud environment as a redshirt freshman, a young cat. I mean,
but credit the defense. They were put in a shitty spot, went out, held to a field goal. So you're down 33-29. You get the ball, you go 3 and out, you punt. That was the third one. Well, that was 3rd and 1 where they handed it to Durham and he got stuffed.
That was a low moment. Bruh, we got to figure out 3rd and 1. So my boy Jurassic texted this early in the game, and he's a football coach. And I agree with him. He said,
I'll tell you the lowest moment. Go ahead.
No, what's the lowest moment?
So after the 3rd and 1, they get the ball. And on 3rd and 11, you force the fumble. So you start at their 12. You're down.
Oh, yeah, that's actually,
You're down 4.
Yeah.
You start at their 12. By the way, there's 7:02 in the ball game. You're down 4 at their 12. 3rd and 11, Nuss throws the fucking interception.
So,
God damn.
So here's the quote, and this is something that's going to haunt LSU.
You were bailed out by the personal foul because that was a pick 6. It was a pick 6 where the game would have been over.
Yeah.
Pick 6, the game would have been over. But 5, the freshman went. And
it's not the freshman. That's a senior. That's Kennard.
Oh, that was Kennard. Sorry.
Stewart's
Sorry, it was 5. It was 5. It was Kennard. Sorry.
That's the senior, dude.
He's the one who went. He was like, let me go get my shot. And he hit Nuss.
Again,
but it's blindside, bro.
Lucky.
I get it.
You got lucky.
You got lucky, but it was a stupid play by the kid. I mean, just go wall him off and it's 6. But he said, let me go get a shot. And left himself open to it.
Here's something to look forward to, or here's something that LSU needs to focus on. So Jurassic texted this, and I agree with it. And he's a coach. If you can't run the ball, and you can't stop the run, you can't play football. And that's what LSU is dealing with right now. They're good at throwing the ball.
They might have figured out running the ball with Durham.
Maybe so. I fucking hope so.
But I'm with you on stopping the run now.
If you can't run the ball and you can't stop the run, you can't fucking play high-level football. And that is so goddamn true. Fuck. That is so true. Sorry for the GD, guys. That is
you don't have to apologize
true.
to us.
No,
you have to apologize to the
apologizing to me. I'm apologizing to me. I don't want to say anymore.
You have to apologize to the canon.
You can't you got to be able to get 3rd and 1, guys. You just do.
You got to, guys.
And you got to be able to stop the run better than LSU has thus far. If you want to be an elite team, if LSU wants to beat the teams that you think you should beat, you have to be able to do that. Like right now, I see 2 major issues developing for LSU.
Hold on, wait. Good.
Short yardage and red zone. We got to get better at short yardage and red zone.
So Cortland said if it was an LSU player who did that, T-Bob would be lambasting him for the blindside block instead of calling us lucky or calling USC lucky.
I don't, bro. Cortland, that's my fucking boy. You think? I mean, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? What do you mean? Are you serious right now? You know how it was? I mean, what? You know how I was raised? I was playing 9-year-old football, and my dad told me if a play's going downfield, turn around and fuck up whoever you can. Like that. Like I was fucking raised on like if the ball's ahead of you, fuck it, turn around and just clean somebody's clock. When Warren Sapp ended that guy's career back in the day and it became that whole news story, I was sitting there asking my dad, wait, why is everybody mad at him? I thought he did what you told me to do. Yeah. Like, get the fuck out of here. I disagree.
Can I tell you a story real quick?
I'm going to disagree vehemently.
Vehemently? Can I tell you a story real quick?
Vehemently.
All right. So freshman football. I'm just going to illustrate your point. I agree with you.
Yeah.
So just to show you how much you remember shit like this. So we're playing on a Saturday morning at St. Thomas More in Lafayette.
Fuck it.
It's freshman football.
STA.
And so, and Bryson Smothers, who, by the way, that's Warwick Dunn's brother.
Great name.
Bryson Smothers.
Smothers, my brother.
Is playing corner. No, I'm sorry. Bryson's playing receiver. And there's a fucking kid who's not looking at all. And he's in the plays coming this way. And Coach Guy Blanchard, who went on to be head coach at Port Allen. He was like the freshman line coach. So he was just a freshman assistant. And I'm standing next to a guy on the sideline, and guys going, Bryson. Like, he's talking to him on the field. Bryson, get him. Bryson, get him. Bryson Smothers cracks the fuck out of this kid. Kid's not looking. I mean, receiver, because the play's coming this way, and he just cracks down and just cracks the fuck out of him. And we're all celebrating. Like, that's the kind of play that you're taught that has now been legislated out of football.
Also,
so I agree with you, but the point being,
the thing is, like, I didn't feel like it was an especially violent hit on Nuss.
No, it wasn't. He pushed him, but he did it blindside. That's the rule.
He pushed
so that's the coaches that say you can't fucking do that.
Look, I'm glad it worked out for us. I'm just trying to remain objective.
No, it's a bullshit call, but it's the rule, T. That's the problem.
So
argue with the rule, not the implementation of the rule.
Okay, but what I'm arguing is Cortland is saying that Cortland's saying that if the situation was reversed, that I'd be bitching. And what I'm saying is, no, I disagree. Like, I think we got lucky. I think LSU got lucky there. I
think you got lucky because a veteran player made a dumb play.
It's fine. What I'm saying is, like, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, I disagree.
Oh, no, I can't read that. Well, it's whiskey and wine. I can read this.
The other side.
Go Tiger said Tua would have never made it through my Pee Wee football league. I mean, that's so bad, dude. That's not okay. That's not okay, dude.
He has too many concussions.
Oh no, that's not okay.
One or two many concussions.
All right, that's not okay. All right. Tracy said Hilton will definitely expand the field vertically. I agree with that.
These track guys, though, dude.
Hilton's not just a track guy.
I mean, they got to fucking play then.
Hold on. All right, real quick, very quickly, we'll run through the rest of the fourth quarter, and we'll get to your questions. Get them in. I know T-Bob's logging super chats. Real quick. All right, so it's 30-29. They kick the field goal after the fumbled snap, 33-29. You go 3 and out on the 3rd and 1. They get the ball. Low moment, but 3rd and 11, you force the fumble. Nuss throws the pick. This feels terrible, but your defense forced a 3 and out again, bro. And they gave you a shot.
Yeah.
And then Nuss took the boys down the field.
Good situational defense.
Nuss took the boys down the field on a
good situational defense for a group
on
that
an
I think
8-play
impaired.
8-play, 55 yards, ate up 2:34 off the clock. And how about Josh Williams getting in the end zone for the game winner?
Fucking love it, dude. And that was 3rd and goal, right?
And then a third and goal from the 2. And then Herrera missed the field goal.
As much as I'm criticizing
Tigers win!
As much Tigers win, but as much as I'm criticizing
Tigers
not willing to run the ball,
Tigers!
Credit to them.
Every now and again they'll just yell.
Credit to them for running Josh Williams
Tigers!
on 3rd down.
Tigers! There it is. Every now and again they'll just yell.
Beat the Cox, guys.
Beat the Cox.
Oh, we're gonna get the super chats.
Go ahead. How much time we got, Alondra?
How much time do we have?
30.
What?
30. Oh, good. We got half an hour. Fire away, y'all. Fire away. Your comments. Let's go. Rest of the 30 minutes, your comments go.
AI chat summary. Okay, first off, well, the AI chat summary is blocking it, but I believe this is Frank Atchison Jr.
Alondra, you can probably go on there.
No, I got it.
Hold on. When you read them, she can click on it and put it on the fucking screen.
Good call. Go to fan funding, the fan funding.
She's scared. She knows what she's doing. You think you've worked with her long enough? You think she'll know what the fuck she's doing?
Okay, don't gaslight me, bitch. You ain't gonna speak for me.
I ain't gaslighting anything.
Alondra, do I think you're an incredibly talented producer? Have I ever questioned your skills in producing a television show live? Thank you. Okay, shut the fuck up.
Hey, who hired you?
Shut the fuck up.
Who promoted you?
Do I have the fucking power to hire people? Can I hire guys?
I'm not saying you don't. My only point is I fucking know. You don't need to fucking tell me.
Jesus Christ.
Y'all are both great.
Do y'all see what I have to fucking deal with?
You're the
every
worst.
single Saturday.
You're the fucking worst.
Every single
Saturday. Yeah, I got to deal with
guys.
a fucking...
And I'm like Will Levis. They keep me on my fucking knees. I'm on my knees begging for something. I'm saying y'all keep me on my fucking knees.
What does that mean?
And here you are trying to shit on me. Anyway, Frank Atchison Jr., $50 super chat. Bring back Big Cat drills. Again, I don't agree with bring back big cat
They got
drills.
to tackle better, bro.
But I do agree. No, but that's about blocking.
God,
Big cat's about blocking.
Oh,
Big cat was just
was just about physicality.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. But that's what we're missing.
You
this
just gotta,
team is
you gotta
pussy.
tackle. You got to tackle.
It's not about tackling. It's about blocking. This team is fucking bitch made in a lot of ways. They're fucking soft in a lot of ways.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to come after Flint.
Not
but
arguing.
He has to get better. Why does South Carolina look like they have so many dudes on defense, and we have pedestrians?
I will say, bro, I don't know if you got to talk to Alex Huntley at Media Days. I interviewed Huntley, veteran defensive tackle from South Carolina.
Okay.
So Huntley and Taka Hemingway are their two defensive tackles. Veteran dudes, big, like it's what you would hope you have right now with your veteran fucking guys.
That's what you should have.
Like they have it with those guys, and then they got really talented ends. The kid from Georgia Tech and the freshman, 5 and 6. Like they're really they're talented. Like we knew going into good on good, didn't we? Like we all talked about it.
No,
good on good was
LSU
weakness. Offensive lines,
yes.
And in the first half, South Carolina's defensive line
really
just
defense on. It's like South Carolina defense, LSU offense. LSU,
and the second and third levels of South Carolina, they don't have nobody other than Imanwari, the kid who had the pick six that got called back, the 100-yarder, the safety. They do not have a good player in their second and third levels. Let me rephrase. They don't have an NFL player in their second and third levels. They got NFL dudes.
They still look better than you, though.
Well, the reason I would say, tell me if you disagree, LSU's receivers are better. The first half, Nuss was under duress because their defensive line was whipping the shit out of your great offensive line.
I'm going to watch the film. I feel like it was a lot of scheme and MAs and
yes,
which does factor. I mean, that's not saying that you're not getting beat because you are I
would say this also. One of the things that LSU started to change late in the first half was they started moving the pocket. Nuss started just moving out to create space instead of just sitting in the pocket. And that allowed, because your receivers were open. He fucking, Nuss threw today. Like LSU out, despite allowing a 75 and 60. How many games did you play in where there was a 75 and a 66-yard play and you won the fucking game?
Oh, well.
Yeah, right. Despite that,
we would have won the game normally.
You fucking outgained him. Nuss threw for two. He was 24-40 for 285. Despite at the end of the first quarter, you had 7 yards. You realize that? At the end of the first quarter, you had 7 yards of offense and Nuss threw for 285. That was the change. Hat tip Sloan. Like the thing they did was they started moving Nuss out of the pocket because you had an advantage with your receivers. You were better than them. You just had to get your quarterback an opportunity to throw him the fucking ball.
It's a good adjustment.
It was a very good adjustment. And the other adjustment was Caden Durham, who deserves a shit ton of credit. He was awesome.
We'll get to Caden. Let's get a super chat.
Good.
I disagree with Frank that there is an overall lacking toughness to this team.
I agree with that too. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Jacob Thompson, $5 super chat. Let's fucking go. How about Caden Durham? All right, let's talk about it then. Obviously, Caden Durham has to be RB1.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
What did Kelly say in the press conference this week? Those guys are on scholarship too. Basically saying at a certain point, somebody has to make somebody miss. Caden Durham consistently finished runs.
I would love to see his yards after contact.
Or the short. I mean, even at the end of the game, exactly, I would too. Because even
does
at the end of the
PFF
game,
chart that?
Yeah, absolutely. Even at the end of the game, when he was being hit at the line of scrimmage, he would slip. And then he would slip, and it looked like he was moving slow, and you're like, oh, shit. Oh, okay. Caden Durham is –
he was awesome.
We're going to have to look at pass protection, but Josh Williams ain't been anything special in pass protection. Caden Durham absolutely feels like RB1 after John Emery goes down. Mason Dixon, $5 shoot jack. Caden Durham emerges, beats the Cox, and BK defers. Yeah. I mean, you defer. It works out.
I love it.
Caden Durham, let's go.
I would love points to start the second
Dan
half.
Cox with the $20.
What up, Dan?
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Fuck the Cox.
Fuck the Cox.
Jacob Thompson, $5 shoot. Also laughing at their South Carolina student section, thinking they thought they had this game won. Let's fucking go.
I'll tell you what, though, man. You and I were sitting here at the field goal at the end, and we're saying, everyone was here talking do they ice the kicker? And the thing is, if you're going to ice him, call it before they snap it because you don't want him to get a kick. And he missed the fucking kick. He pulled it left the first one.
No, he pushed it wide right the first one.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
That's the best part.
Yeah,
he missed right, and then he fucking barely hooked left.
He overcorrected. So we were sitting there going, and then whenever we're sitting here going, man, I fucking don't like that he fucking had a kick.
No, you never want to see him. You want to see him make the kick that you ice.
It's like if
you don't want to fucking see him miss it. Dude.
If you're like a golfer, you're
giving him a chance to fucking flip the coin again.
You stand over a putt, you putt it once, and you're like, all right, okay, it was a little slow. Let me get a little more on it the next. So the next time you're more likely to make it. He just overcorrected, man. He just overcorrected.
Kelly Gross, $10 super chat.
Shout out, Mama Kelly. What up?
Jesus Gutierrez, $10 super chat. Cheers, boys. South Carolina had a good D line, and I will celebrate a win.
Yeah,
South Carolina has an elite defensive line.
They got a great defensive line. That's it. Everything else on their team sucks.
The whole defense felt kind of good to me. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, the whole defense that allowed 410 yards of offense in 3 quarters and 36 points.
LSU did kind of take over in the end, I suppose.
LSU, after the sluggish start, like here, I tweeted this at one point. Here was LSU's drive chart. You ready? Punt, punt, punt. Touchdown, field goal, touchdown, downs at the 1 yard line. Touchdown, touchdown, fumble in their fucking asshole.
Yeah, right there.
Punt, interception, which felt terrible. Touchdown to win the game. After punt, punt, punt.
What you're saying.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 more drives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 of your next 10 drives were scores. One was on downs at the fucking at the 1 yard line, and one was an interception at the 12 where you should have gotten points.
Unfortunately,
your fault.
Yeah, that's fine. Bert Boyd, $10 super chat. In 2022, our identity was to fall behind in the first half and find our way out in the second.
That's true.
Do you see the same theme with this team?
That's a good question. What do you think? You tell me.
Not against the great teams.
That's fair.
You play like this against Ole Miss, you're going to get fucking cooked.
I agree.
Against Oklahoma, you probably find a way. You could find a way to win. Against A&M, you could find a way to win.
Here's a reality that I think it's a given truth for every team. In every game, in every season, at some point during the year, you're going to play your best game and you're going to play your worst game, right? Like there's going to be a day where it all works out.
And literally that's true.
Yeah, of course, that's what I'm saying.
Functionally, that is true.
You hope that your best game is against the best opponent you play. So, like, you hope your best game is against Ole Miss or Bama this year. And you hope today was your worst game and you still managed to win.
See, guys,
I don't know if that's gonna be the case, but that's the hope that when Thanksgiving weekend comes, LSU plays Oklahoma, it's the regular season ends, and we look back and say, what was LSU's best game and their worst game? We hope today, a day where you allowed a shitty offense to fucking go for 398, a 75 and 66 yard touchdown run against a team that passing was 11 of 20 for 155, attempted 4 They attempted, T-Bob. They attempted 4. This is the year of our Lord 2024. South Carolina, a Southeastern Conference team with scholarship players, attempted 4 fucking passes in the entire second half. They could not throw, and you still ended up in a 36-33 ball game because you played like teetotal shit. You fucking muffed. You fucking had a terrible snap on a PAT. You fucked up at the 1 yard line. You fucking threw an interception at the 12. When you were at the 12, you fucking what else did they fucking do bad?
The point is, guys,
you allowed a 75, 66 yard touchdown run. Like, you were dog shit today. You were dog shit.
That's why.
Hope this is your worst game of the year. And you look back and you go, man, they were terrible, but found a way to win. That's your hope. If you want a glass half full, that's it.
Guys, that's why you got to get married. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Because when you find the woman that gives a fuck about you.
Yeah, they love you for your faults.
You know, you come in 2 seconds, it is what it is. You come in 10 minutes, it is what it like it doesn't matter. Like, you gotta get married, guys. All y'all out here are trying to fuck all these random girls, and every single time you're under pressure. Find someone who loves you for when you're at your best and when you're at your worst, okay?
I love the analogy.
Otherwise, you're going to fucking end up embarrassed because you're going to come in 30 seconds and this girl's going to be wondering, why the fuck did I fuck this guy, okay? But if you were married, she's going to say, I'm disappointed, but honestly, we're committed. We have kids. You know what? I'm going to go make a fucking sandwich. It is what it is.
Yeah.
He came into, and you can feel good about it because
Yeah.
nobody feels good when they come too early, but it's your wife. You're kind of like, you know, you knew what you were getting into at this point, dude. You're going to be at your best, you're going to be your worst. You got to get married, guys. That's all I'm saying, okay? You're going to find happiness when you do.
Does that happen to you a lot?
What?
I mean, you do the Kegels and shit. It shouldn't happen to you.
Oh, bro, because of Kegels. Why do you think I'm so passionate about Kegels?
Oh, no.
Because my sex life has been brought to the next level with Kegels, guys.
Okay.
Another little look, guys, do Kegels, okay? Do whatever you want. I use the Dr. Kegels app, free advertisement, but whatever. Do fucking Kegels, guys. Taybeth, take F with a $5 super chat. Really got to clean up the false start penalties before you go to A&M. True. My boy Ken says, T-Bob, my guy ball, let's fucking go. My Vegas guy ball. Ken, we had some good times in Vegas. Give me back my shoes.
Did you ever find your shoes?
No, that's why I'm wearing fucking jeans and boots. I got no shoes that I can wear with shorts. And so here I am looking
What
like
shoes,
you're a fucking boy. I look like a fucking wannabe Cody Jenkins.
What shoes did you
Might
have
as well
taken?
put a fucking gold necklace on me or something.
What shoes did you have taken?
My Wolf and Shepherds. My short shoes.
What do they look like?
Everybody has shoes they feel comfortable wearing with shorts, correct?
They were about a 7.5.
Everybody has shoes they feel comfortable wearing with pants, correct? Okay.
I wear sneakers with everything.
If you wore sneakers with shorts, that would look a little embarrassing to me.
No, I go to the mall with Drew every Sunday. I wear shorts and I put sneakers on.
That's fucking fine for you. Okay, that's fine for you. My point is, my shoes that I felt comfortable wearing shorts with, I've now lost. Squarehead.
Wolf and Shepherds.
Wolf and Shepherd. Shout out my boy Justin Snyder. Shout out Wolf and
can
Shepherd.
Wolf and Shepherd give my guy a fucking pair of shoes?
I
don't even know what Wolf and Shepherd is.
It's literally one of my best friends from high school. We got caught smoking weed together back in the day.
He owns the company?
He owns the company. He's way more something. He was a decathlete at Notre Dame. He's an incredible individual.
What's his name?
Justin Schneider.
Justin, what the fuck are you doing? Get our guys some fucking shoes.
Relax.
You don't have to do it. I'm doing it for you.
Things are in the works. I'm sorry. Thank you. Squarehead.
Is he getting you already? He's already getting you shoes.
We're working on it, dude. Fucking relax. You need to pump the brakes.
What size are you?
I got to piss. I'm 13, 12 and a half to 12 to 13. Okay.
Wait, you just went 12, 12 and a half, 13.
Exactly. It's a range. It depends.
What were your Wolf and Shepherds? Tell them what your size. Your Wolf and Shepherds were 13s. By the way, I wear a 13 also.
Squarehead, $5 super chat. Coaching. You can't convince me.
And I got a bigger hand than you too.
You can't convince me.
How do I have a bigger hand than you?
It's not coaching.
Look how much bigger my hand.
You want to whip dicks out?
I mean, not on camera.
You want to whip dicks out right now?
Not on camera.
It seems like what you're intimating. Are we going to whip dicks? Because it's not going to end well for either of us.
You're right.
You think you want to whip dicks? Do you want to whip dicks? I want to whip dicks.
I would. That'd be fun. Yeah.
You would absolutely.
Not on camera.
That's
do
what
this.
I'm saying.
Do this. I'm curious.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes.
Look at that. No, it's not. He's so stupid. It's weird. I have a big hand and big feet, big nose, big ears. That's it. That's the end of all the
big ego.
That's not true at all. You know that's not true.
Coaching.
That's not true at all.
It is impossible to escape the coaching criticisms because LSU was pretty bad in all three phases of the game today.
Bro, when you go out and play that badly Brian Kelly, Joe Sloan, Blake Baker, everybody.
I need a lighter.
All of them. Yes. Criticize every coach on this staff. You go out and play that team and need that kind of miracle to beat that team who attempted 4 fucking that your opponent you need to hit that. You need to tap that ash. Hey, tap the ash. No, tap the ash. You need. Why? You're just burning ash. Fuck. Whatever.
Gulf Sal says if Brian Kelly goes for it on 4th goal the first half instead of kicking the field goal, I'm egging his damn house. His logic is fucking horrible.
I agree with you.
Thomas Priat says $20 super chat. Go Tigers from North Alabama. Fuck yeah, Thomas. Jordan Haydad with a $2 super chat. Durham. Bryce Boudreaux. Cock fans mocking Kansas victims earlier this week.
Kansas victims? What happened?
I guess they forgot about what happened when we did them in 2015. A win is a win.
A win is a win.
Just a bit outside.
I'll tell you this much.
Forever LSU. Also, is
He's
Pete,
doing the Trump thing.
Is Pete Jenkins? Well, I'm like burping. Is Pete Jenkins back? To be fair to Bryce, we were chanting
everybody in the bar
Pete every time there was a run stop, dude.
Shout out to Home Field Apparel, real quick. Shout out to Home Field Apparel. Home Field and Got Lit are linked in the description on YouTube. Are they tagged on Facebook? Please make sure they're tagged on Facebook. Thank you, Alondra.
So you use the code LSU24, you get 15% off your first order. And they have these new LSU boxes, which is like a great starter kit for the entire season.
And Got Lit light
shirt, short sleeve, everything.
I love that shirt, by the way.
It's a great shirt.
Home Field has done it. Home Field has done an awesome job. Oh, I loved it. Oh,
I know it feels so good.
Oh, I'm buying that. Is this only in this gray or is it another color? I would love like a charcoal.
This is a box.
But I would love that in a charcoal.
Even so, my old man, the Cannon,
I love that shirt.
My dad saw this shirt and he said, "Wow." He told me, he said, "Wow, your papa would have loved that shirt."
I love it
because this comes from my grandpa's era.
Yeah, no doubt.
So if you want to shout out the old school, we're in the new school material. You want to go to Home Field LSU24.
I love it. So good. All right, I'm gonna do that today.
David
and then
Tolson.
also got Lit Light installers, gotlitlights.com. Got Lit Lights. Got Lit is pinned right there on YouTube. It's really easy. Here's the one thing I'd say. We said it last week. I'll say it again. Don't think, oh, I'll call them in November after Thanksgiving, because by then they're already starting their installs. Like they're doing quotes now. So call and get your quote now. It's very easy. They'll come out, give them a budget or tell them what you want. They'll install all your Christmas lights. If anything goes wrong during the season, they'll fix it. After the season, they pick it up and take it away. And by the way, it's not your lights. Like they bring their own shit. So you're not like buying the lights or anything.
You do nothing.
Like
it's
I cannot.
Turnkey.
It's turnkey. You do nothing. Like you come home one day from work and your house looks like the fucking Griswolds. It's awesome. You do nothing. It's amazing.
David said
my wife, I always say Erica, my wife, her celebrity hall pass is Santa Claus. Like she fucking loves goddamn Christmas. She loves goddamn Christmas.
Have you ever caught them?
Her and Santa? I wouldn't be mad. It's her hall pass.
I'd fucking jerk off Santa for fucking my wife, dude. That's legendary. David says another reader's win in the books. Brennan says, woo, looking tough, but fuck it, we ride. Jerome says the freshman won the game. The O-line is good. The tight ends can't block. Speak on the T-Bob. I got to review the film. I feel like the tight ends did better, but honestly, Caden Durham was the difference.
I'll tell you this.
Ashley Thompson, $2 super chat. Shout out Ashley.
Real quick, I do believe on, you're going to have, God damn it. We criticized Pimpton. We criticized Pimpton on the 3rd and 1 when John Emery got crushed.
Which everybody got crushed on. But
no doubt, but Pimpton was the one who gave up the block you didn't give your guy a shot. Today, Pimpton, they went a 2 tight end set. Taylor and Pimpton were both on the right side. And Pimpton, they tried the same thing to shoot inside of Pimpton, and he actually came up with enough of a hold-up block. So
learning.
Give credit, yes.
That's how you learn. Cody. 3 things. Caleb needs to drop 20 pounds. Feed Cade. And this O-line needs T-Bob on their ass. Will Campbell got ragdolled on that final touchdown. I don't agree with that much of that. Ricky says, seems Nuss and Sloan still growing on play call and execution. Tiger fans from Iowa, go Tigers. Shout out, Ricky. We love you. I do agree with that. Like Nuss and Sloan are young and they're still growing. Who Dat Nation wasn't a drunk game, not surprising for majority of listeners. Nothing changed since week 1. Listeners have been saying it. Matt needs to be more objective. I disagree. It doesn't matter. Don't even get offended.
What did I say?
Nothing. He's saying it's not a drunk game. I mean,
this wasn't a drunk game?
That's what I'm saying.
Holy fuck. Are you kidding me?
There's something I'm not worth engaging with.
Oh my God!
We got a lot of super chats.
This was the most horribly played fucking game.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up.
No, you shut the fuck up.
Do you understand the concept of what a drunk game
We
is?
have 1 fucking minute. We're not.
We have 1 minute?
Yes.
1 minute?
Fucking saying.
Oh,
yes.
fuck. Okay.
Oh, wow. Look at me. Devin says refs helped us win.
Gotta go.
Our O-line held on.
Shout out Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Okay, shout out Jennifer McNabb. Shout out Gasman.
Tigers
shout out
win.
Shout out Creon
Tigers.
Collectibles. Shout out Ashley Thompson. Shout out Matthew Ramsey. Shout out Huda Mason. Shout out Matthew Gardner. Shout out Tracy Godet Lewis. Shout out Joseph Brignac. Shout out Lonnie Collier. Shout out Tracy again. Shout out
Hey, kiss my kiss my asshole said gritty win. Y'all kiss now. Hey, y'all kiss now. It's so stupid. Are we done? We love y'all. Hit the like button if you haven't. Are we out? Are we off? Did you turn us off yet?